everybody. It is really lovely to see you here all today. My name is Louise Eklund. I will be your host for this event. There will be a 30-minute presentation, then we'll move forward with a photo shoot, and just after that, you will be having one-to-one interviews with all of the actors of this event. As the video that you have just seen illustrated, passion for racing has always been part of Renault's DNA. You just have to take a little look around the room. Look around you, here, just over here, this fabulous car. Some of you will remember it was Alain Prost's RE30B. He claimed 2 victories with this car in 1982. That was the first Renault Formula One car with a carbon fiber chassis and a turbo engine. Renault has also engaged in new competition. Formula E, for example. Take a look just over here at this magnificent machine. Renault won the very first team title of this new competition in June 2015. We've got exciting Renault sports cars just outside the window. You saw the Megane RS Trophy on your way in. This fabulous car holds the record, the Nuremberg Ring record for front-wheel drive cars. All of this is proof that passion for racing is still very much alive at Renault today. So much alive that there are 1,200 people following us live on the web today. I'd like to say hello to our friends at Viry-Châtillon, Les Ulysses, l'Atelier Renault, and Enstone in England. Hello to my English friends. So why are we here today? Well, for 2 reasons. We'll be outlining Renault's new motorsport strategy, and we will, of course, be celebrating a new important milestone, the Formula One team launch. So to do this, please reserve a very warm welcome for the Chief Executive Officer of Group Renault, Carlos Ghosn.
And good afternoon to everyone. Renault has a long and rich history in motorsports. From our beginnings more than a century ago, Renault has used racing to showcase its technological capabilities. More significantly, it has long been a source of innovation for some or most of the vehicles we sell. What we learn on the track is most evident in our Renault Sport line, which offers a range of cars designed for the enthusiast with performance as the priority. Cars like the Megane RS and the Clio RS, 2 hot hatches that have garnered a loyal and passionate following. For nearly 40 years, Renault has been part of Formula One. Since 1977, Renault has won 12 F1 World Championship titles and participated to more than 600 Grand Prix races. More recently, we have successfully competed in Formula E, in which we won the team championship in the 2014-15 season. Racing is an important part of our company culture and heritage. It's a great source of motivation and pride of our employees. It embodies the desire to boost our knowledge, to achieve technical breakthrough that ultimately benefit our customers. So it is appropriate that we have gathered you here today at the Renault Technocentre, the center of our innovations, to share with you the news about the next chapter in our motorsport story. I'm pleased to announce that Renault is launching today a new comprehensive motorsport program that will more closely link our racing activities with our Renault Sport brand. The program will be managed through 2 entities. Renault Sport Racing, which will encompass all of Renault's motorsport activities, Formula One, Formula E, and other customer racing programs like Clio Cup and Formula Renault. And from the other side, Renault Sport Cars, which will oversee research and development, as well as sales and marketing of our performance range of Renault RS cars. In creating these 2 entities, we plan to enhance the swift transfer of technologies from the track to our road cars by doubling our R&D investment into the Renault Sport line. These 2 teams will work side by side to leverage all the technical and commercial synergies possible. Motorsports sparks the imagination of both enthusiasts and everyday drivers. Formula One is a big part of our effort to boost awareness of the Renault brand to a global audience, especially in markets where Renault is a newcomer, like China, where we just inaugurated our first plant 2 days ago. Renault Sport Racing will operate at the 2 Renault sites dedicated to racing activities, Enstone in England and Viry-Châtillon in France, and it will oversee all of our racing programs. The organization will be led by Jérôme Stoll as president of Renault Sport Racing.
Thank you, Mr. Ghosn. I would like to invite Jérôme Stoll to come and join us up on stage to give us more details on Renault Sport Racing new challenges.
Good afternoon, Louise.
Good afternoon, Jérôme. I'd like to learn a little bit more about the objectives that you've set yourself for motorsport, please.
Actually, I wanted to just introduce that I'm rather delighted to be here with all of you, at this Renault Sport keynote, a very important moment for Renault. The objectives is really something very much important. We have 2 objectives. One is connected to marketing. The other one is connected to technologies. As far as marketing is concerned, obviously, we have, as Renault, a very aggressive strategy to boost our sales in new markets, and we need to boost our awareness in all these markets where Renault is, I would say, rather less known. First objective, awareness. The second one is also to improve and to boost the image of the brand. So these are the 2 objectives linked to marketing. As far as technology is concerned, we want to establish the link between Renault Sport Racing, Renault Sport Car, and Renault. And we are here in Technocentre just to figure out the connection between all these activities.
So we heard the objectives given by Mr. Ghosn earlier: win and increase Renault Sport sales. Are you confident that your teams can achieve these goals?
Louise, we are confident, because otherwise we will not be there. Obviously, we are very much confident, but because we have the budget, we have the talent, we have the expertise, we have the people, and I would like at this stage to introduce the management team of this Renault Sport Racing, starting from Cyril Abitboul, the managing director, the new managing director of Renault Sport Racing, then Fred Vasseur, who will be the racing director, and then Bob Bell, next to him, who will be the F1 CTO, Chief Technical Officer.
Hello, gentlemen. It's really lovely to see you. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. I'd really like to talk to you. It's now time to move on to a key moment. Mr. Ghosn, I think we're all really impatient to see the car, to discover the official name of the team, and to learn a little bit more about the partners.
Absolutely. Formula One, of course, will be in the pole position of our motorsport activities through the newly named Renault Sport Formula One team. The new team has been given the goal to be on the podiums within the next 3 years. To help the team achieve that goal, we will leverage the Renault-Nissan alliance through partnership with Infinity F1. With Infinity, we will have a joint technology program to develop the 2nd generation of energy recovery systems for the F1 power unit. This will benefit all brands within the alliance. The technical collaboration between Total and Renault will continue in 2016. I'm also pleased to announce 2 new partners with the team, the premium watchmaker Bell & Ross and the audio system experts De Vialet. They join our current partners, which include Microsoft and EMC. To succeed as a team, as in business, it all comes down to our people. And we have some great talent here today. All of this would not be possible without the men and women who put this project together and made today's announcement possible. So I would like to invite the project team on stage to reveal our new F1 car. And I also ask the drivers to join us on stage. Here is the Renault RS16, which you will see on the test track in Barcelona in 2 weeks' time. This new car consists of the Renault RS16 chassis developed and built at Enstone, and the Renault RE16 power unit that will be developed at Viry-Châtillon.
To drive this fabulous car, we obviously need drivers. Could Frédéric Vasseur please move forward to present the drivers to us today?
I would like to introduce our lineup for next year. That with Jolyon Palmer, who was champion in GP2 in 2014 and who was the third driver last year. With Kevin Magnussen, who won the Formula Renault 3.5 in 2013 and who was already in F1. And Esteban Ocon will be the reserve and third driver. He won the GP3 and F3 the last 2 seasons.
Thank you very much, Frédéric. You can move back to your place. Mr. Ghosn, a word to conclude.
Today we celebrate Renault's passion for motorsport and performance. We have a new team, we have a new car, and we have a complete motorsport program. I'm giving Renault Sport 3 clear objectives: develop the best car in their category and sports car segments to compete successfully on the track and on the road, leverage our racing technology expertise to benefit our entire product range, and use Renault Sport to promote and enhance the Renault brand around the world.
Thank you, Mr. Ghosn. Thank you to the pilots. Thank you to the team. Mr. Ghosn, if you'd like to come this way, to come down stage. Thank you to the pilots, the drivers. You can come down. And all of the team, please regain your seats.
Ready?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to ask Mr. Stoll, Mr. Vasseur, and Mr. Abitboul to come and see us on stage. Thank you. So, Mr. Stoll.
Yes.
Yes, I see the livery is black.
Indeed.
Does that mean that you're abandoning your yellow color?
It's black, and as it has been just said by Carlos Ghosn, our CEO, this is the car that will be race on the Barcelona track in 2 weeks' time. You can see how elegant is this livery. Actually, it has been designed with our chief designer, Laurent van den Akker, who got so many awards for the normal car, I would say, and he gave his input to make this livery so beautiful. Will it be black at Melbourne? Yes.
Okay. So
you're going to see, but the livery, the elegancy of the livery will remain the same.
Okay, so we'll enjoy guessing about that. Cyril, you're back into Formula One, which is fantastic, but why did it take a year to come back?
Well, it took a year. I mean, frankly, it was not from a strategy and from a desire perspective. From a marketing standpoint, we were clear that this is what we wanted to do. But we didn't want to do that without some form of conditions. We knew that if we wanted to do that, it's with a clear intention to win. And if we want to win, there must be some condition associated to the success and be able to do that. Therefore, the time spent, I guess, was a time to build the confidence that we would be able to meet all the conditions of success, of that success. But also it was a complex season last year, so we had to manage and smoothly the transition from being an engine supplier to Red Bull Racing to Toro Rosso to becoming a full team with all the stakeholders that are involved. Finally, I'd say that this year was not lost because clearly it has managed to rebuild the confidence, but also the comfort between the Renault Group and the sport and Formula One, which sometimes was under hardship. And clearly the demonstration, all the people that we've seen before, are a clear demonstration that this was an inclusive project, because sometimes Formula One is too exclusive. We really wanted it to be a group-led effort.
I'd like to talk about the marketing objectives now. Can you explain how motorsport strategy supports your marketing objectives?
Yes, as I told you, the marketing objective is one of the key objectives that we have. We have Thierry Koskas, who is the EVP Sales and Marketing. I guess he is the right person to talk a little bit more about our involvement through this competition.
Sorry, that doesn't work. Thank you, Jérôme. So it's absolutely true to say that Formula One will be absolutely key in our marketing strategy. Our objective in sales and marketing is to enhance the brand and to develop the sales everywhere in the world. And I think there is no better vector to do so than Formula One. It's present everywhere in the world. And one last point, I think that will also generate a lot of pride internally in our company. I was yesterday with the sales and marketing team of Dongfeng Renault in China, and I can tell you that they are extremely excited to see Renault coming back in Formula One. So that will probably make my job much easier. Thank you.
Thank you, Thierry. Definitely, this our involvement in the competition is the right tool to promote our brand everywhere in the world. And I appreciate what Thierry said, because it will be strong support to yourselves.
I'd like to talk about the driving academy. Frederick, why is the academy so important to your strategy?
The target of the academy is to build up a pool of very talented drivers who will support them alongside their season. And the final target would be for us to be able to provide some drivers to the F1 project. But then for Renault, if we could do it with the regions, I think it would be perfect.
Actually, Louise, you remember when we had Ayrton Senna as the main driver, or Alonso as also a driver, it boosts definitely our awareness, our sales. So definitely the drivers are very much important. Guess if we have a Chinese driver or Indian driver, how the region will be happy with the promotion of brand. So academy is the first start, teaching the people to become best drivers and then to use him for better development of our brand awareness.
Cyril, we've been talking about the racing program. We've talked a lot about Formula One, but not a lot about the rest for the moment.
So the way we see Formula One is very much as a spine to the racing activities. We invest in technology, in people, in processes. We've got connection with partners, with FIA and so on and so forth, but there are many other things. One clear example, obviously, is Formula E. We are involved since day one in this championship. I think it's fair to say that we are one founding partner, both from a technology perspective, but also from a team perspective, thanks to our involvement and association with IDAMS. We really believe in this championship. We are completely committed to Formula E, but also Renault IDAMS team.
By the way, Louise, I would like to give an announcement here. We have just signed the extension of our partnership with IDAMS and Alain Prost and Jean-Paul Driot for 2 additional years, because we want absolutely to be involved there and obviously to win.
And
thank you, Alain.
Alan was with us today, so please give him a big round of applause. Alain Prost. So, Cyril, we've been talking about Formula One and Formula E. What about the rest?
There is a lot of other things. I mean, Formula One is great from an awareness and from an exposure perspective and from an image perspective, but it doesn't achieve everything. For instance, we want to showcase our product, so we do that with Clio Cup, we do that with Clio R3T in Rally. We want to showcase our design, and we do that with RS01 that you may have seen outside. We also want to showcase the future and important segments. We do that with the Dakar, in which we are involved with Duster. We also want to be loyal to our roots, and we do that with Formula Renault. But we're also interested in new and emerging trends in motorsports, inspired by extreme sport like snowboard and so on and so forth. So we are looking at many different things. But we are conscious that we will not be able to do everything. We will have to do choices. Exactly like we've done last year when we decided to stop being a promoter of Formula Renault 3.5. It was hard, but we've made this decision because there are many other things that can be future projects for all people involved.
Okay. So, Jérôme, you said that Formula One will help introduce new leading technology in the production of Renault cars. What does that actually mean?
Actually, what does it mean? I said it's the second objective, and we are very lucky to have Thierry Bolloré, the Chief Competitive Officer. He will give us a few words about how he sees our involvement in competition and the link with your activities.
Thank you, Jérôme. Well, Formula One is the absolute showcase as well for internal combustion engine and electric engines. And you have to consider that already existing Formula One power units, they are saving 40%, 40 gas compared to the previous generation. So the opportunity for us is that it's going to be a ton of data, of expertise, of know-how through these every second week live tests. And we are, thanks to that, also enhancing the cross-fertilization between all our engineers.
Thank you very much, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Very clear. Okay, so let's focus on innovation now. In 1977, Renault entered Formula One with a real innovation, the turbo engine, and the British laughed. Yes, they did. Cyril, what happened? What's happening for you now on the innovation front in 2016?
Well, in 77, obviously, regulations were very different. I'm sure if you compare the size of a set of regulations, completely different. There is, right now, it's much more narrow. I mean, there is very little that you can do outside of the regulation, and the FIA obviously is being careful about the window that is a playground of the technical director. So clearly, innovation will not necessarily be technical. We believe that innovation will come from people, will come from the processes, will come from the way that we are connecting Renault Corporate and Renault Sport Racing, will also come maybe from the way that we are engaging with partners from a technical perspective, but also from a marketing perspective. We need to find an innovative way, including on the marketing side, to activate, to use and leverage Formula One and motorsport for the partners and for our customers worldwide. So a lot of innovation, but more on the soft skill side than on the technology. Having said that, obviously, if we want to be competitive on track, we also need innovation. And there is some stuff in the pipeline, but we are not going to disclose that today, obviously.
Secrets.
Yeah.
Secrets. Jerome, you said that the motorsport strategy will help Renault Sport sales, but we all know that the sports car industry is really competitive. How are you going to deal with that?
No, that's true. We are in the competition with Renault Sport Racing. We are now with the Renault Sport car in order to make the bridge with our normal car on the road, track to the road. So Patrice Ratti is here, the managing director of Renault Sport Racing, and I'm very pleased to welcome him on stage to explain how you're going to develop yourselves.
Well, the competition is indeed increasing, but the demand for sports cars is very high, and especially for our products. Renault Sport cars are known because they have a strong and distinct personality with great design, great engines, and above all, what makes our car special is that we're using all our experience from motorsport to make cars that are both fast in corners, and which explains why the Megane RS broke 3 times the record on the Nürburgring, but also very fun to drive. But we are not falling asleep. We are moving into new directions. A few months ago, we launched Sandero RS, an affordable hot hatch made in Brazil for Latin America. Right now, we're launching an innovative Megane GT with 4Control, a 4-wheel steering chassis. So we're developing a lot of new things, and we have many more projects. We'll have a lot of occasions to talk about that.
Thank you, Patrice. Patrice is a little bit shy and secret, so I will not tell you that if you come at the next Monaco Grand Prix, you will get a surprise, a good example of a Renault Sport car, which makes the bridge between the racing part and the road part. So please come to Monaco Grand Prix and to see what's going to be the surprise.
Yes, see you in Monaco. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Cyril, Infinity is a founding partner of the new Renault Sports Formula One team. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, Infinity has been involved in Formula One since quite a few years now, first as a partner and title sponsor of Red Bull Racing. Thanks to that, they enjoy massive boost in awareness, in exposure worldwide, thanks to the success of Red Bull Racing Renault. In my opinion, it was one of the brands that was the most promoted over the past few years. But they needed more. Now they need to build their credibility. They need to build their legitimacy. They couldn't, and you can only do that in the sport if you build something, if you engineer something. So we came together and we have decided to take them on board and together to build the next generation of energy recovery system that will obviously be used in Formula One, but also could benefit the rest of the racing activities and maybe one day road car products.
This presentation is coming to an end, but Frederick, I'd just like to ask you, you're new to the company. What's your perception on Renault's strengths?
I think the situation is quite clear, and that Renault has proven in the past that they can achieve it and can do it. Then motorsport is a part of the DNA of Renault, it's clear. And the motivation in Enstone and Viry is more than high today. They have a new challenge in front of us, and we have a new challenge in front of us, and we are fully determined. And the last point, probably for me, the most important is that for everybody into the team, for the drivers and for the engineering side, that we have the feeling that all the group is behind us, and it's a huge support.
I do understand your enthusiasm, but last season was quite tough. Mercedes seemed to dominate everything. Cyril, what are you going to do to get back up to the top?
Well, frankly, I mean, as I said, our mission is to not just to participate. We have no intention to, to make up the numbers. If we're here, it's to win. And I think Renault can say that, can make that statement, because we won in every single category in which we've competed. We won in Formula One as a team, as an engine supplier, 12 times. We won in endurance. We won for the first season as a team with Williams. There is no reason why we cannot repeat that in Formula One. We know the way.
If I want to summarize, Luis, we have the resources. We have the team, we have the organization, we have the spirit. Renault is back to win.
Fantastic. That's a great conclusion.
Thank
Thank
you
you very much to the three of you. This presentation has come to an end. Thank you to all our friends that have been watching us and following us live on the web. See you soon. Bye-bye.